Yeah, I'm Charles Foster, chairman of the immigration law firm Foster LLP, headquartered in Houston, Texas. It's particularly appropriate that I speak to you today from Houston, since we'll be talking about the Texas Regional Fortune Center and the remarkable acquisition by the developer, the project under Texas Regional Fortune Center, the downtown old post office 16-acre tract. This is a key tract of land in the heart of downtown Houston. I can literally see it outside of my office, and it was one of the most sought after pieces of property. Every major developer wanted to acquire that. It speaks much about the integrity and recognition and success of Frank Liu here in Houston, in particular, Texas in general, as a developer, that he was able to acquire this key tract of land. On a personal note, I've known Frank for many years as a successful developer, as a philanthropist, as a friend, as a community leader. And when I heard by reading in the newspaper that Frank had acquired this land, I, like many Houstonians, was excited about his plans to develop that tract of land, given the fact that it's in downtown Houston and it's proximate close to all the major freeways, entries and exits into downtown Houston. So we're excited to be able to assist Frank in this matter and to represent his investors through his EB5 Regional Center, Texas Regional Fortune Center. Now I want to talk to you a little bit about my law firm, Foster LLP. We're one of the largest immigration law firms in the world, maybe arguably the second largest or third largest. But more important, we have one of the largest EB5 practice groups, made up of approximately 7 attorneys, 7 legal assistants, a number of whom are completely bilingual. They speak Mandarin Chinese as fluently as they speak English, educated both in China and the United States. That way we're able to communicate with our clients from China through emails, WeChat, and all the forms of communication. We've also recently opened an office in in Beijing, and we have someone there as well as attorneys there on a regular basis, if necessary, to meet with clients overseas. I know some of you may have questions about the EB5 program. The EB5 program, by which foreign investors, foreign nationals who invest in the United States can acquire their lawful permanent residency, their so-called green card, has been one of the most successful programs in American history. It's been extremely successful since it was first enacted in terms of the Regional Center program in 1992. It has been one of the safest ways that people can acquire lawful permanent residency. There's a very few ways that you can do that, and whether it's through employment, family, or through investment, this tends to be the area in which we have the very highest approval rates, 99% or higher. We're successful in representing individuals and getting their lawful permanent residency. You as the investor must make a decision ultimately where you invest your money, and that's your final decision. But we're always pleased to work with and represent reputable regional centers like Texas Fortune Regional Center and developers like Frank Liu, who we've known for many years. Some of you may have a question about the EB5 legislation, since it will expire in September 30th. We are not worried about that. There will be a routine extension of the legislation, but more important, Congress may amend the legislation for the first time to increase the minimum dollar amount. The safest thing that you can do is to make sure that you file your petition, make your investment decision, file your petition as soon as possible, to make sure you come under the $500,000 minimum investment amount rather than the higher investment amount, which could be $700,000 or $800,000. We're also going to work hard to make sure we get an increase in the number of visa numbers, because this program has been so successful that the waiting period is getting longer. So the best way to deal with that will be more resources for the immigration services to decide the petitions quicker, which we anticipate, and more visa numbers. So it's been a pleasure talking to you this morning, or this afternoon as the case may be. We're always available to answer any questions you have via email or the next time we're in China. 再见。